Back in Week 8, the Jets won a blowout in their previous game against the Patriots. Can New England get revenge? Find out next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, we get a first look at this Patriots offense, and of course leading them for his 2nd season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Alabama, Mac Jones.
We're talking about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. That swung out wide to Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing Jones. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And here comes Berrios. And he'll be out right at the 35. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, 2nd overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, off into great success.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Once more the juke. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man downfield is Davis. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run with Hall. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Of course, it's been a nice first drive for them, but right there, Charles, a sack on 3rd and goal, that's tough.
Yeah, and if you're the head coach and the offensive play caller, if you had any thoughts about going for it on 4th down, it's a much more difficult decision now. Likely kick the field goal, but if you're going to go for it, you better have the perfect play call on your sheet.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Jones. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get down.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not he came off of that guy. He's a deep guy. And came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Complete. It's Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have a Patriots first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Jones on 1st down. He gets it complete to Harris.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go play action with Wilson. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
What's the deal?
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
70 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Patriots ready to try again on offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one. Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Here's Berrios.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And the Jets will take over. New York ready to go again offensively. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Wilson on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Wilson will throw again. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall.
Breaks Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. And this is Parker, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Myers. And he'll be marked down a couple yards shy of the first at the 33. He needed to get to the 35.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to look deep for more.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Browns who are out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Robbie Anderson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, we're out to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown reception. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Our 2 teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
And the Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second half starts with a run by Hall.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
They go play action now. Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzama. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind, and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Hall again on second down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Hall again.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He's got it. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. Off play action. Jones. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Jones. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Jones on 1st and 10. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
That's good. 4 out of 8 Rams. First down.
On the give, this is Harris. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They run again with Harris. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defense in front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
119 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Running left, it's Hall.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He'll take it inside the 25.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Garrett Wilson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
New England on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 16. Brings up 2nd down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Play action. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Jones throwing on 1st down.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now Hall to start the drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets.
And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.